I like the expression emotions feed themselves. So, like depression says, stay in, isolate, and that feeds depression. Anxiety says, that's dangerous, stay away from that thing, and that feeds anxiety. Anger says, attack, and that feeds anger. And so, what we want to do is pay attention to whether or not it's effective to act on those emotions, meaning, is it in line with our goals and our values? And if not, we want to work on potentially acting opposite to what those emotions are telling us to do. And so in the workplace, if somebody does something that really makes you mad and that anger says lash out at that person, that's maybe not the most effective thing for your own individual mental health or for workplace dynamics in general. So we want to work on how can we take a step back and communicate effectively to that person that whatever it is that they did was offensive, and communicate that in a way that's regulated and ultimately achieves the goal, which is maybe behavior change on the part of the other person. Guilt is so guilt is a very common emotion that makes a lot of sense. So humans experience guilt for a reason. So for example, if we have accidentally done something that hurt another person, feeling guilty can help us to go and talk about it and apologize, make amends, and improve our relationships. We can experience guilt at times where it might not help us. So if we feel guilty about placing a boundary with someone, the guilt might tell us to go and overstep our own boundaries. And that lends itself to feeling stressed out, maybe feeling more anxious. And so one way of helping us to regulate our emotions is working on acting opposite to what the emotion is telling us to do. And so if we're experiencing guilt in a situation where we're wanting to place a boundary with someone and it's not effective to act on the guilt, then we want to work on acting opposite to it. And the more that we work on that, the more that we start to regulate our emotions, because our bodies and minds learn that we can place those boundaries with people and everything can actually be okay, which in turn is going to reduce the experience of guilt.